loosey. Put everything back where it belongs, so we know. Don't get yelled at by Daddy Michael. What?
Whoa, bro,
you trying to trip me up again, dude?
Bro, I'm filming here.
I don't know who sucks more, me working on trucks or you filming.
Oh, dude, I didn't even hit record, bro.
Yeah, what else?
Bro, you didn't have to bring my X over here, bro. Jeez.
You won't put it in. You give me a 10.
No, we don't have this. Is it 3/8?
Oh, yeah. Why do you keep grabbing shorties, man?
I'm sorry.
I got a long boy out there.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I know you're used to working with that short equipment, but... Yeah. Oh, here you go.
We should probably put tools back.
Nah. By the way, we need second gen inner fender liners. I don't know where mine went off to. If you got a mint set, hit me up. I'm doing my steps out of order already. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Why are you doing that?
Google how to work on second gen. See my nice painted bolts here that are definitely gonna get messed up.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Oh, wow. Mark's gonna be pissed. Did you paint them all individually?
Yeah?
Really?
No slouch out here, buddy. Come on. I think I painted them on there and just taped around them. Because how else would I put them on?
Jeez. Oh, wow, that one really got it.
You're gonna laugh while you're editing this. Making jokes for yourself for later.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
If we ever did outtakes, it would be pretty entertaining, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly.
I think I might put it in anyway. What?
We got more cutout sections than we do ones that we're keeping.
The engine comes, yes, you. We may go fast, yes.
Not really. It's not getting common rail.
What does VP stand for?
Very poor.
Yo, that's staying in. People are gonna get so mad at you. Wow. All right, well, apparently if you have a VP in Dawson's eyes, that you are very poor. And that just means you can't afford a common rail or a P-pump, which, golly, that's entertainment people right there, folks. All right, video's over. Thanks, come again. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are diving into the long lost second gen that has been sitting outside, you know, just holding down the asphalt in the driveway. It hasn't been on the channel in a very long time. We haven't done anything with it really, but that's gonna change today, and we're gonna dive into that. We have a plan. We have hinted at the plan. We have changed plans, like all the time. So anyway, we'll get into that. UCC's coming up. Make sure you guys use code FIREPUNK if you're gonna buy your UCC tickets online now to save them dollar bills, but make sure you use code FIREPUNK. That would be greatly appreciated. Helps those guys out. Keeps the racing alive. Anyway, we've got a couple other shows. We've got Lone Star Throwdown. We've got Fitzgerald Performance Show coming up. We've got Cole Motors. We're gonna try and remind you guys, but obviously July 7th and 8th is the most important. I'm just gonna throw that out there, I'm sorry. But anyway, they're all important. I happen to be on Facebook, not on Marketplace, surprisingly, and I just so happened to stumble across a first gen, you know, post about a little VE competition going on. So Gavin from FirePunk, I'm not sure exactly who's hosting it. It's gonna be at FirePunk, but all of the VE guys just so happen to be getting together to have a highest horsepower VE competition, and I'm feeling very left out. I was not aware of this, so whoever's to blame there, you know, you'll be getting a letter from Dawson about that anyway. I'm just gonna get it all out there. We're not hiding anything anymore. So we've got a common rail engine coming for the second gen. We're common rail swapping the second gen. It's coming whether you like it or not. But our VP, our very poor pump in here, is just not going to cut it. You have Dawson to blame for that. But anyway, why not jump into another category of something that we don't have a lot of things going on? So I'm feeling left out. We decided that the second gen might be a good candidate for this VE competition. We've got to make some changes to that. And that's kind of what we're going to be getting into today. We're going to be tearing down the front of this engine and kind of inspecting some things and stuff and seeing if this can't do what we think we're going to do. So the second gen's making a comeback, but it's making a little detour before its comeback. The list is actually already filled for this insanely underpowered competition thing that's going on here with these VE pumps. Seems like there's a lot of people that have underpowered truck that want to get in on this. So apparently you have to make 500 horsepower to be considered for the list. So that is step number 1 on the list. We have to make 500 horsepower with a pump that is very underwhelming, let's put it that way. So the VP pump is coming out indefinitely for good. But yeah, we're gonna basically dive into our front case area here down to our block. This is kind of an interesting video, I guess, so to say, because this information could be useful if you're going to, say, maybe P-pump swap your truck, or a lot of it's a crossover because you have to essentially remove your cam, which means we have to remove our valve train. We have to lift up our tappets off our cam, pull the cam out. That way we can get our case out. We got to make sure we don't lose any of that in the engine. So a lot of it is transferable over into other aspects of something you might be doing, because I'm not sure everyone is going to go from a very poor pump to a very extra pump. So that's what we're doing though, because we are
Very extra.
very special people here. That's where the video is starting, guys. Hang on tight, hang on tight. It's going to be a wild ride. I can guarantee you that, but we are going to attempt to also, on top of the world's fastest 68, the world's fastest quad cab, the highest jumping pre-runner truck, the list just goes on. We're now also going to attempt to have the highest horsepower VE truck. Golly, you weren't kidding.
I told you there was a mess.
Oh my gosh. Good thing Michael's not here. We'd both be fired.
He's definitely gonna be mad tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell him it was all your fault.
That wouldn't be the first time.
And we'll be back.
That was very satisfying.
Really?
Yeah.
You bricked up?
Boing boing.
Boing. Kobe.
Kobe.
Sorry, that was rude.
That was rude.
Okay. Here you go. Have at it. VP power. It's breathing. Oh yeah. If you hear all that compression, it's 500 horsepower worth of compression right there. Now, there we are. We're lined up. As crazy as it sounds, I think that this gear stays on and it actually goes through the case. Even though it doesn't look like it, I'm pretty sure it does. Oh, yes, it 100% does. Because the ring that you're seeing is actually seated into it. So I think we need to take the pump off next. Let's just go ahead and get our pump off, which means we got to pull our lines. Oh wow. Oh, there she is.
Remember, carry your 7/8 wrench to crack those lines when.
3/4.
Oh, the 3/4.
Yeah, when you chop her a little too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Don't worry about the chop. You don't know shit about chop.
Injection lines coming out. Right around studs. Can't wait for everybody to laugh at what we're doing. You're doing what? What? Why?
We're bored, you know, we didn't have enough else to
We
do.
didn't have enough to do.
Gotta love a chrome socket.
Chrome, get you home, boys. I don't know if I have a gear puller or not, though.
Look at there. Look at there.
How dare you doubt me? Now, do I have bolts to go in this? Man, this is why you got, you know, a drawer that looks like this. Maybe. Tell me these aren't the bolts right here.
That would be oddly convenient.
I am.
Holy cow. You just did that, huh?
Sometimes you just got it, you know? It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Wow.
Swing! That took me less time than the power steering hose clamp.
That's for sure.
Don't lose the keyway on your pump. It'll fall down in your engine. I don't know. Man, it's been so long. There. Oh, see? See? That could have been you.
Greg, are you struggling?
Somebody who had this pump on last, which was definitely me, over tightened the absolute crap out of these nuts. Ow. I'm bleeding.
Just trying to catch you crying on camera.
Cowgirls don't cry. There is a lyric for everything. Woohoo! All right, we got her. There she is. No, it's not for sale, just in case anybody wants to come up with a VP horsepower record. I'll have to do this all over again. So, you have successfully removed your very poor pump and your power steering down below. It's been so long that I've taken one of these apart that I was going after this pump first, and I should have just taken the VP pump off first and then went at it from there. But not really too much to say. Obviously, we got the fuel injection lines off. We went ahead and took our rocker assemblies off. Again, this is really all to get to removing the cam. You have to remove the cam to remove this case. So we've got our cover and then the case. So this is really a big reason why P-pump swapping your truck is a little bit more involved. It's not that big of a deal, but you do have to go ahead and use our wooden dowels. And you gotta slam these bad Larrys in here, and then you can lift up on your tappets. Now, you can actually do this through the tappet cover right here. If you wanted to, you could actually remove this, remove your tappet cover, and hold them right through here, because where they ride in the block is actually right here, and you can get to that pretty easily if you just wanted to remove that cover. It's really personal preference, whatever floats your boat and get you down the ocean. So what you need to do is you've got to go ahead and do all of this, and then rubber band them up, zip tie them up so they're held up, and then you can remove your cam. So that's where we're at. That is, I would say, the more difficult side of taking your case off, because really the interference is right here. You can see the cam gear is interfering with the case coming off of the front of the block. So once we get the cam out, we can then go ahead and remove all of our lower bolts here, all of our bolts in here, and then the whole case will come off. The reason why we're removing the case is you can see on the VP pump, and kind of similar to a P pump, they've got a 4-bolt pattern that hold your pump to your cover. On a VE engine, you may not be able to see, but VE pumps have a 3-bolt flange. So I believe this whole power steering unit dealio kind of bolts right back on this case, no problem. And we just need this case that has a 3-bolt flange right here to go ahead and do that. It's a little custom, but you can see like you've got your injection lines from your VE pump right here, and then on a normal 12-valve engine, your injectors are here outside of the valve cover. On a 24-valve, as you can see, the injectors are kind of like a crossover. They have a crossover tube. They're inside the valve cover. I don't know exactly, me and Michael have talked about this, but I'm pretty sure you can run a VE pump with a custom set of lines and run a 24-valve injector. You know, it's a good package if it was duct taped together, you know. Inside this box, all the way from Canada, our buddy Thomas, who has a YouTube channel, Double Barrel Garage. Look him up. Another first gen, you know, fanatic. If you are into, you know, 12 valves, first gen, things of that nature, you should look him up. Put his YouTube channel up there. He got us sent out a VE pump gear. Big power. See right there. So thank you to Thomas here for sending us out, and we've got a, you know, A1 job on the packaging there, Thomas. We've got a case. Beautiful, beautiful case. All right, so once you've got your wooden dowels, you know, tapped in there, what you want to do, you want to make sure you actually have enough and they're the proper length. Otherwise, you're going to be doing some sketchy things like this, because we do have wooden dowels. They're just not they're not long enough, but they are long enough if you drive straight picks in them. So that's what we're going to do. Turns out I probably should have just went through the tappet cover. I was like, man, I got these wooden dowels. These have been trusty steeds for my entire career here, and they're letting me down. Should be all right. What's the worst that could happen? Grab your trusty zip tie here, pull up like so. You know, zip tie trick. Get them like that. Some people use clothes hangers. I really don't trust clothes hangers as much as good old American plastic, you know, plastic zip ties. But pull them up, squeeze them together. The tension kind of just holds them. That's why I kind of pound them in there just a little bit. And after that, I'll be ready to camera removal it up. Now you'll know if they're not up all the way, because the cam won't want to come up or come out. Now, what we do here might be a little interesting, because I don't want to like wedge it too. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. The plan is backfiring. It's in the tappet now more than it is in here to pull it out. You know, kids, just be more prepared, okay? And then you won't have this problem. Not even gonna touch it. Has a zip tie on it, and the zip tie is like wedged. Kids, don't do this, please. I saw this on Greg A's YouTube where he... No, don't do this. Never happened. This never happened, people. And then, what you're gonna wanna do, clean this up a little bit. Take your piece of pipe here, which I have no idea the diameter, so please do not ask me. Okay. Also, you might want to just make sure your cam retainer doesn't fall down in the oil pan. We can get that out, I think. Okay. Well, now none of them will fall into the oil pan. She is all the way in the back. There's our cam. Good old Hamilton cam. Man, what?
I've watched you do this on YouTube like 500 times.
Yeah?
It's the first time I've ever seen you do it in person.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This was not a graceful one.
It looks way better edited on YouTube.
All right, so you got those, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you've never done a killer dowel pin, that's that bad boy right there. Got that nice fine piece of metal there. Nothing fancy, just a tab. Got him. Guys, I honestly just did that just to scare you guys. And here's the piece of Loctite that fell down in there. Also not a good idea. So you'll probably have to clean some of that up anyway, just because some stuff is going to fall down in here. Now, you have to basically section in a new gasket here for the front part of your pan. If you're not going to pull the whole pan, because the whole pan usually is one piece gasket, or I think there's multi-piece, but like right here you can see a lot of times you'll have to cut this right here and section in a new front piece into this when you go to put your new case on. But there you go, that's it. I mean, now as you can see, everything should actually line right up, I believe. I'm talking like I've actually done this before, and I never have, so. But yeah, you can see the overall general shape and all the bolt holes are pretty much good. It looks like it's a little bit different over here, but as long as you have the cover, I don't think it really matters. The correct cover, I think anyway. Gonna find out. If you guys have ever done this, go ahead, hit me up. The 24 valve engines obviously have bigger bowls, pistons, and you can argue whether that is more favorable or not for making more power. But yeah, our redneck contraption is currently still holding. But the good thing about that is we can always come back, fix that. The good thing about this here is you can rotate this around, and then I could drop these tappets down, get longer wooden dowels, and go ahead and swap them out, no problem, even just with this in here right now. So we can go back, fix that, do that correctly, quote unquote, and still be good to go. So really need to get a parts list together, because we're going to need to do a new case to block gasket, I think get a new front cover, get a couple other miscellaneous things. And then in the next episode, which I'm not exactly sure when it will be, we'll go over what pump we're gonna run. Again, we already have compounds on this truck, so it is fairly set up to do what we wanna do, I believe. So, you know, it's not completely thought out, but we're here to party, you know? That's all that matters, really, right? But anyway, guys, that is pretty much gonna wrap up this video. We're gonna end it right here. Like I said, stay tuned if you want to see the most oddest combination second gen you probably have ever seen. So we'll get after it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys at our event, July 7th and 8th. If you haven't marked it down, you need to mark it down. February 17th, which is right around the corner, is Wrenchworks giveaway number 10. Mark it down. That's all I got for you guys at this point. So we will see you guys very soon in the next video. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you're not already. See you next video. See ya. Bye.